Hi everyone, I'm the Tax Pro, and today I'm going to talk to you about adding customers into Xero. Xero looks a little bit different than a lot of other bookkeeping softwares. So this is the dashboard when we first log in. You'll see that we're working in ABC Creative, which is a fictitious company. In order to look at our customers, we can come here to contacts and we can either select all contacts or customers. If you select all customers, you're going to see this contact area. You'll see we don't have any contacts here. This is a brand new file. So we can click new contact and we can start creating the contact here. So the only thing that is actually required to fill out here is the contact name. Everything else is going to be optional. I'm going to show you what they all are so that you're aware of how it works. But just be aware that you can just add a contact just by putting their name in, and then you can add sales and cost expense items to this particular contact. So I'm going to put XYZ LLC, and then the account number is something that you can put in to identify this particular contact. You do not have to have that in there. You can have the primary contact person here. Again, not required. You are going to need an email though. You want to email this particular contact. You can add additional people here. So this allows you to, include this person in email sent to the contact, or just to have other people marked on here. You can add a phone number. You could even add 2 or more if you would like. You can put the client's website in here, or the vendor. And you can also put notes about this particular customer. So maybe we have, customer to purchase screens, interested in, item 564 or something along those lines. Now, when it comes to addresses, you can start searching to add a billing address. Thinking. So this is the billing address. You can put attention on there, like if you're sending to a particular payables or something along those lines. You can also use this as the delivery address by default, or you can have a different type of delivery address. When it comes to financial details, you can put this individual's bank information or this company's bank information in here. And then you can use this information to process payments through Xero. Just make sure that if you are storing this client's bank information in here, or the vendor's bank information, that you are following all of the requirements for storing that type of information. You can go ahead and put their tax details in here. So if you have a vendor that you're going to be needing to issue a 1099, you can input that information into Xero. And so a lot of people don't understand, like, where would you get this information? Where am I going to get the name on the tax return, the business name, or the DBA name, the EIN, the federal tax classification? Where do I get that? You would get this from a Form W-9. If this is a vendor that you're going to have to issue a 1099 to, you would send them a W-9 to fill out, and then that W-9 would have this information on it, and you can then enter that into Xero. Now we're going to move into sales defaults. Now these defaults can be overridden when you're preparing like specific invoices or quotes or something along those lines. This is just by default what it's going to do for this particular customer. This is not what it has to do, right? So you can always modify this. It's going to ask you to select a sales account for the purchases. You can select, when the invoice is due. So it can be due 10 days after the invoice date if you want. The amounts are either tax inclusive, tax exclusive, or there is no tax. You can change sales tax here. So maybe they're exempt, tax exempt because maybe they're reselling and therefore you don't have to charge them. You can give them a standard discount. You can limit the amount of credit that you're willing to give them. And you can block new invoices when that credit limit is reached. And so maybe this person has, 10 days to pay their invoices. So we've given them 10-day credit. But we want to make sure that they don't charge more than $50,000. So you can put all of that information in here to protect your company. You can also, this is going to be more for vendors, so I'll go over that when I go over vendors. This is, defaults for sales. If you save and close this will save your contact, and then you will have a customer in here. You go here, you're not going to see them here because they have not purchased anything yet. So you won't necessarily see them here. But if you go here, you'll see them as a contact. So that's how you add the customer. And then once you have invoices under them, then they will show up under customers. I hope that you found this helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you did find it helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.